Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone on planet Earth. Sorry about the video last night. It was fine on my phone. I could see it, but then as soon as I uploaded it onto YouTube, it just went really dark. And one lady, I think it was Blue Butterfly, said to double check the quality of the video that's being uploaded. It might be because our Wi-Fi is so rubbish here on the boat.
Maybe.
And it was quite late, and I was anxious to get it up and then go to bed.
I did recommend putting the cabin lights on.
No, you didn't.
But she had the...
no,
she said,
you
I
didn't.
hate it, turn them off, turn them off. She did.
No, we both said that, and I bullied you into wearing the pearls, and you said, turn the lights off. So don't lie.
She took them back quick enough.
I think recollections may vary. I think Graham's misremembering things.
Depends how much gin I've had to drink.
Yeah, you were quite bouncy last night. I see the Prince and Princess of Wales are going to see the flowers at Sandringham today, and I think that's lovely. So they're expecting, I just got that off Norfolk Live, so the police are expecting an influx of crowds.
And there's gossip on the street that the Queen may or may not, we don't know, have left them Sandringham.
Oh well, I've always sort of thought she would. I've always felt that I know it's private because Sandringham's private.
Yeah.
Balmoral's private. I've always felt that the Queen would leave Sandringham to William, and that she would leave Balmoral to Edward and Sophie.
But this is pure speculation.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows.
Oh yeah, I've got to be clear about this. I know a lot of YouTubers say this is just for entertainment purposes and it's just my opinions, and I never bothered to say that. But lo and behold, I did have one little commenter. Oh my God, she went on and on and on about, you said this is a fact and you said that is a fact, and everything I say is not a fact. And if I do find something out that is a fact, my regular subscribers, they know that I will say this is a fact, and that this is a video.
We don't have any hotlines to the palace, you know. We're just a couple speculating about stuff.
Do people in this day and age have conversations around the dinner table and say, without prejudice, you know, in between every sentence? Is that the society that we've come to? And I don't want to offend anybody, but I think, you know, may I have some black pepper? Oh, am I allowed to say that? I mean, is that really what it's coming to? That we can't just have a normal conversation and sit down and chat without one bod coming up and saying, you said that? And I did point out to this, I think it was a lady, I don't know. I said I did use the word I think, which isn't the same as fact, I think. Whereas perhaps I should say, as the other YouTubers, these are just my personal opinions and all that. It's just I kind of assume that's a foregone conclusion. When I chat to someone in the supermarket in passing about the price of beans, I don't generally hold them to it. And also, I know a lot of people say The Crown, that, you know, the TV show, needs a disclaimer at the beginning. Are there people out there really that stupid that need that? Because could it come to Batman needs a disclaimer at the beginning saying Gotham City doesn't really exist, all the characters here are fictitious? Do you think they need that as well? Or Spider-Man?
Most of us are quite sensible and we can see what's going on.
People like that,
I think some people just do it on purpose just to annoy people because they've got nothing better to do.
No, I think people do genuinely get upset. They get their knickers in a twist over nothing.
Do you remember that TV programme on years and years ago, Esther Ranson? And people were always writing in with complaints. Was it Esther Ranson?
Yeah, what was that called? That's Life? That's Life.
That's Life, yeah. But there was another show where people and the BBC had read out complaints they'd had from letters.
I think it
and
was
the most bizarre things that people would complain about.
I know. Well, in those days, people would sit down at their writing desk and say, I'm going to write a letter of complaint.
The writing bureau.
That's
my fountain pen.
Yeah, that's right. And but these days, they just go on the internet and go...
Start trolling people.
Anyway, we were talking about the Queen this morning.
Yes.
Don't look now, but we've got a tourist taking pictures of us.
All the time.
No, actually, it's a bit weird. I'm certain it was a journalist taking pictures the other day. It was really weird, wasn't it? He was sort of pretending to be taking pictures of our neighbour's boat. But
I'll just quickly show you.
Oh.
Not lying.
Well, it's like, now you've made the gentleman feel self-conscious.
I stare at them. I stand up and stare at them sometimes when they're staring at us.
It's a tourist sort of place. But no, that fella, do you remember the fella last week? He came from the direction of Jib. He spent 10 minutes taking pictures of us on the back deck, and I said, well, what's going on here? And when he realised we'd noticed him, he walked back towards Jib. I don't know what that was all about.
Privacy, paparazzi, don't look at me. I don't care.
Well,
Honestly, I don't
know.
care. If you want to take pictures of me, feel free to do so. I don't care.
I was sitting on the back of this boat. Oh, what's that? Oh, yacht. Bow thruster.
Bow thruster,
I was sitting on the back of this boat a couple of months ago, and a fella over there shouted across. He went, "Avid Gardener," which obviously is not my real name, and that's only a YouTube name. And I thought, what? I was like that. What? And luckily, it was a friend. It was a friendly guy. He's another YouTuber who lives in the area. The Ministry of Flight. He does videos on every single flight that comes in and out of Jib.
Yeah.
And he goes up and films the monkeys as well sometimes. I think he's American, actually.
I don't know.
There's a couple of them. We were talking about the Queen this morning. I mean, really in depth, like memories. And a rainbow appeared
Oh yeah.
over our house, didn't it?
It's gone now.
Yeah, it was a really weird... So, rainbows.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You had an unusual experience once.
Being a pilot, other pilots have probably seen the same thing. You don't see rainbows that often, but you do see them occasionally. And I was flying along with Brighton Beach, from taking off from Shoreham Airport. I was in the Cessna 172, and the rainbow appeared in front of me. But because you're higher up, it's a complete circle. Because you're on the surface, you're only seeing the top of it. Whereas we must have been
it's light
between 2,000 and
isn't it?
4,000 feet, because I think Gatwick's zone is about 5,500 feet over Brighton. So you can't go any higher, otherwise you infringe Gatwick's approach. So you're clear to fly between the surface and 5,000 feet, say. So let's just say, for argument's sake, 2,500 feet, flying down Brighton Beach, and there's a rainbow and it's a complete circle, and I thought, wow, look at that, I've never seen that before. And I thought, I'll fly through it. And as I got nearer to it, it kept moving away. You could never got anywhere nearer to it.
Maybe there are other pilots out there, or people who've been in planes who've seen similar...
Yeah.
Because you've always assumed that is the case, that all rainbows are spherical, but it may not be.
I've only seen it the once.
Strange, isn't it? But it was a lovely rainbow, and it was so weird the way it appeared as we were talking about her.
Yeah.
We're talking about her and Diana.
Yeah. Well, it's warming up now, so the air is changing.
Yes, I'm back into wearing next to nothing. It's the weather. I can't believe it rained. Stop it. Yes.
Oh, there was a guardsman collapsed. So I'm told. I didn't see it myself.
Oh.
But anyone who's been in the army will tell you, that happens. If you're just standing to attention for a long period of time, you're not moving, kind of keep really, really still. They say to you, you start to feel faint, and you will just go bang and face plant because they don't even put their arms out. Apparently, it's never happened to me. But they said the thing to do is to fall out, and what that means is you turn right, and then stamp your foot in and march off the parade. So I only used to do it when it was something I wanted to skive out of. I'd just fall out and march off, and they'd say, "Wow, what are you doing?" So feel faint, sir. Feel faint. Fuck off. Get off my square.
I find that so hard to believe. You skive out of anything.
Yeah, but that's what you're supposed to do, you see. But no one does. Very few people ever do.
Well, we went to London in 2018, and we did all the tourist things, and we went to, was it Horse Guards Parade?
Horse Guards Parade. Either side, they've got a guy in it. So I'll let you tell the story. So.
Well, no, you can explain what they are, because I mean they're fancy soldiers on horses.
Well, you saw them at the funeral with the big hats and the feathers.
And a lovely feather.
Sat on the horse, and the horse is in like a box either side of Horse Guards Parade, and people come and they take photographs.
Oh, loads.
But the horse won't keep still. It's very difficult to get the horse to keep still, but they're supposed to stand there dead rigid and still. And this poor guy had a nosebleed and all the way down his face, and he wasn't even allowed to. I mean, I'd have just got something on.
Yeah.
I'd have just wiped it. And if they just started screaming at me, saying, "What are you doing?" I'd go,
but he looked so upset as well. He was only a kid, you know. He was 19 years old or so.
Young lads haven't got the intelligence to just to.
No, he was really good, and he just looked so upset, and I could see he hated the fact everyone was taking pictures of him and going, "Oh, look, his nose is bleeding." And
I just got my hanky out and wiped it, and then put it back. And they said, "Oh, he moved. I don't care. I don't fucking nosebleed."
Yeah.
Put me on a charge. I don't care.
It's a lot. It's a lot for them, and I do admire them standing there for hours, not moving.
I used to hate parades. I nearly killed an officer once who was on parade, and we were marching along with the SLI. We had it down here by the pistol grip, bayonet fixed, and you're marching along like this, left, right, left, right, left. And this fucking officer came up alongside me, and he decided that my arm wasn't going high enough. He wanted it to be up here, not there. And he got his sword out and he fucking whacked me under the fucking arm like this as my arm was going up. He, get your fucking arm higher! And I honestly I was in the pain and the rage, and I just thought, I'm just gonna fucking bayonet this cunt. And I just stopped myself just at the last fucking moment, and I just thought, I was just fucking boiling. Like this. Honestly, I'm not army material, not at all. Because I genuinely wanted to satisfy myself by sticking it right in him and twisting
Graham,
it.
calm down.
I'm going, bet you're fucking sorry now!
Oh, God almighty. You have to do that on my channel, don't you? And Trevor gets people with PTSD. There'll be a load of them fainting now. What's the matter with you, man? Pull yourself together. He's just in deep sympathy with all the guards. And so am I. So am I. I think they're
People
marvellous.
don't realise how much shit you get in the army. Right? You think, oh, isn't that great? The uniforms and marching about. I remember when Princess Diana, the day before she got married, had a big fireworks, or a couple of days before, and all the parade came out, and they're all facing the stand where the royal family was sitting, and to watch the fireworks. And the big fireworks display, amazing display, went on behind them. And I thought, look at that. If you're one of those soldiers there, you're facing the crowd and all the fireworks are behind you. So even though you were there, you never saw a single firework.
Alright, okay. I think.
Why couldn't you just about
right.
turn them and let them watch the fucking display?
Graham,
No.
I think Graham's got a bit of PTSD from not having
From the army.
From not having seen action, and then there's prison as well. Let's not go there, alright? Have a fabulous day, guys, and we'll see you below.